Welcome to the start of conference play, albeit the 2020 version, which means, of course, several schools around the state are not actually playing conference games tonight. That includes the 7A West, where half of the 8 schools will not actually be starting league play. But the games that are happening are pretty darn good, so let's get started with taking a look at that aforementioned 7A West. Only 2 games going on in the league tonight, where Rogers Heritage is headed to Springdale and Bentonville plays host to HAR-BER. It's the first home game of the year for the Tigers. They're ready to solidify their spot as the league frontrunners. HAR-BER isn't planning on just rolling over, though. The Wildcats have big hopes of their own.
We're excited about conference play. We're excited about getting to play at home. There's a lot of things to be excited about. We've been on the road for 3 weeks, and so we're excited about getting to play in front of our crowd and be at home and, to get started in conference play. It's our goal every year to win the conference, and nothing's changed this year, so it's never easy, and it obviously opening with HAR-BER.
Bentonville is one of the elite teams in our state this year. I think Coach Grant and his staff have done a great job with their team. Offensively, they're very explosive. They can run the ball, they can throw it. They've got dynamic players all over the place. Defensively, they got 11 guys that can run to the ball.
Bentonville West and Greenwood were supposed to begin conference play this week, but each had their opponent cancel for COVID-19 quarantine reasons. On Tuesday, they decided to play each other, and a shortened week of preparation is just part of the challenge when 2 high-level programs like this meet.
I know they're 6A, but for the tradition they've had just in the short time I've been to Arkansas is pretty special. We know they're going to be well coached to play really hard, and it gives our kids a chance to get, improve however much that they need to conference play next week.
We're playing a very good football team, number one, that does things a lot different from what we've been preparing for this weekend in the first 2 days of the week. So you kind of got to do a total 180, but it's fun.
At the 3A1 level, it all gets going tonight right here behind me when Charleston rolls in to take on Greenland. The Tigers are coming off a big loss in the Franklin County feud to their rival Ozark last week, while the Pirates are riding momentum from a win over Berryville. But really, throw all that out the window because conference play is a different animal. Last few meetings between these two have been decided in the final possessions, and expect another doozy tonight.
One of the big battles is going to be up front. Our defensive line versus offensive line, our offensive line versus defensive line. And then there's some kind of the mind games that we can play with our secondary and their quarterback.
We have to go to Greenland and play there. That's a tough place to play. I mean, when you're undersized, you just got to have more heart. That's what it comes down to, and so we're hoping that, that our kids will play tough for 4 quarters, and at some point in time, that'll take over.
It's almost kickoff time, so I'm going to get out of your hair. Don't forget, tune in back tonight for highlights from those games and more for another round of Football Friday Night.